Made
Hey,
myself
everybody.
flooded. Look.
Oh, shit.
This is how much I love it.
Whoa, you're dripping.
I was just jamming on the.
Jesus
look at that.
Christ.
I just put blood on the guitar.
You just bought that guitar,
Buddy, you just bought that
Oh
guitar.
my God, do you want a
Blood in my
big?
That's Meg.
Meg.
I'm okay. Meg, I'm okay.
Blood in my guitar.
Look, Meg, rock and roll. Let me explain something about
Do you want a tampon? She asked you if you want a tampon.
Rock and roll.
Have we started the after party?
Yeah.
And I call my fucking thing out.
Actually, I don't want to ruin. No, my finger's fine. I don't want to ruin the guitar.
Is gone. It's turning into soup. And I lost my fucking finger. The after party show. The after party show. The after party show.
Put your blood into this music.
I put my blood into this show, into this music. It is kind of
going
amazing.
on?
We may have just bought this guitar. I don't think blood's gonna. Yeah, but
Will it come out of there? We did rent these guitars, but maybe
I
we
know,
bought them.
it's a beautiful guitar.
We got them pre-tuned for you guys.
So are we back up?
Yeah, we're absolutely
We were
live.
just playing.
We were
a little
jamming.
bit and talking about how, in the 20 years that I've known these guys, and we've all like hung out in various different ways over
yeah.
the years.
Oh yeah.
We've never actually did what we just did, which was
Just
play
did a jam set?
music together at the same exact time.
I know. Why is that?
and-
It's crazy.
I don't know. The two of us, neither one of us are good musicians, but we can play enough. Charlie's obviously an excellent musician.
Yeah.
But just that was so fun. Just
is fun.
playing those three
It's very
chords.
satisfying.
It's so satisfying.
I've only ever sat and played guitar by myself. Completely by myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like I'm good enough to play with other people.
No, but you just.
That was
I mean,
true.
I can play chord. You know, I can play some chords, but like I don't know. It's
I don't
like I'm
know if the
insecure about
audience
it.
wants to hear that. I don't think they tuned in for us to. But I
I
don't
don't know
know.
what
jam
they
I
out?
like you guys playing
bet they
music.
did.
I think they tuned
Well,
in for that.
maybe if Charlie, will you play?
Oh,
the
can I
tambourine?
play tambourine? That's a lady's
If,
instrument.
if Charlie will. Well, and vocals, and also
Oh,
like
okay. I
tits. Like if you
sort of
wanna,
can
I'm just
sing.
saying, like
I've got those.
Tits and vocals.
Yeah,
Tits and vocals. Yeah, those.
Tits and
those
vocals.
work.
That's your band name.
T and V.
But can you guys play any songs that I would know the vocals of?
That's a good question.
Well, no.
No.
If you can play G, C, and D, we can play song.
can
It's just
play
a
every
question.
song.
It's just
If we
can
can play
we?
G, C, and
Charlie
D, we can
Make
play
You
any
Feel
song in
My
the world.
Love.
Yeah,
Which
but
I-
that's a whole bunch of things.
That's a whole bunch of things.
Can you make up the lyrics as you go, Charlie?
To what? To anything?
Yeah, well, we
So
just
much
did.
blood.
You were
This is
playing.
legit
sure.
blood.
I
don't know
bled.
which is our
Sorry
camera,
for
but
anybody's.
Rob legit bled.
I bled all over
Tonight.
the guitar.
Do you have the
We
chat
might be
open
buying this
still?
guitar.
Yeah, I just
Did it? Is it really that bloody?
All
sort
over.
of like
He's
That's
blood.
how much
you know,
I
it is.
care.
It is what it is, buddy. It is what it is. You take that, wreck some money.
Love the Always Sunny Beatles, someone says. You guys are the Beatles.
That's right.
That makes me Yoko.
Start from the top, right? G. And I wanna rock and roll. Now we go to
Sorry.
C.
You stay in G for.
You got it.
You had it, right?
Yeah. We're here. We'll hear it.
Bleeding
We'll
in
hear
here.
Really
it.
blue.
We'll hear it.
Everywhere.
It's fucking crazy.
Well, we don't have any picks. Okay, back to G. Ready? Starting from G.
And I'm gonna play a song. Then I'll switch to C. And I'll switch it up to D. And I start over
like listening to more than a bunch of guys in their mid-40s.
Yeah. Playing the
Jamming
most
the
basic
guitar.
chords.
Oh,
I am
man,
bleeding
you
all over this
absolutely
guitar.
Bled.
I don't know what's happening.
Dude.
Would you
Well, there's no
open up
picks.
another thing? Are there no picks?
I didn't have a guitar pick, so I just play with my
But
finger.
why did that? What did you have a
scraping it
hangnail
like
or something?
this
What?
and
I was
Just
jamming
brand new
hard.
strings.
I know I was too, but I didn't. I'm not bleeding all over the place.
I'm just a I don't know. I guess I'm a bleeder.
Rob's a bleeder, everybody. This is
I
what
bleed
we're
for my
learning.
art, my friend.
Oh,
bleed for
God
this.
bless you. God bless.
I feel like some douchebag should have like the cover of an album should have been. I'm gonna put it onto a camera. Like, doesn't
Uh-huh.
the blood on the guitar
Yeah.
feels like I sacrificed for my art. You know what I mean?
You really that really is
legit
like
blood.
it's all over the strings when you hold it
that's real
sideways
blood.
like that. Your blood is all over the strings.
Meg, don't worry about
That's
me.
nasty, man.
I'm more concerned about this.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us for this after party. We don't know what's going on. I wish I could hear you guys actually talking to us, but instead we have like a thing of like what is this? What did you just do, Mara? Okay, Jesse. Yep. Wow,
Thank
shit.
you. No, I'm good.
You guys are all over the place.
Good God.
Let's get some
Okay.
more Pappy.
Guys, I gotta say, I like the all
it's
caps.
down.
The all caps make it easier to read.
Here, it's right
Is there a
here.
way we can embiggen, as we call it, the text?
The chat. Yeah, let's read the chat. Can we make it bigger?
The Pappy's good. Can I see the Pappy? Bottle?
Yes, sir.
Is that just
They want
regular
me to
Pappy, or is that like a
wink.
special
I saw
Pappy?
a few requests to wink, and
that's a
I'm
good
almost drunk enough to wink, but not quite. I don't want to fake it.
There's
but-
no way that you're not drunk.
Meg said something clever to me the other day. I don't remember what it was, but then you winked at me, and it was perfect. You know, it was like,
I in the room today gave Rob a special joke just for him. Sometimes I like targeting you
It was
guys
good.
with specific
you
jokes.
were hitting us hard.
No, in a comedy room.
You were coming at us.
In a comedy
Today.
room.
You came after us today.
Comedy
I did.
room
I
is a
tried to
very
get back
safe
after it.
space.
Yeah.
That's one of the most fun things about doing what we do.
Well-
is that when you go into that room, you're in a room full of very, very funny people,
super funny people.
and also we're all friends, and you also know what the rules are, which are like pretty simple. That you have to be respectful
Yeah.
of each other, and yet also
there's a trust
free.
there.
There's a trust that you
There's a
can
trust.
make jokes about anything and everything.
It is a
And
beautiful
Meg and I
thing.
are so close that she can make jokes to me that are
yeah.
so horrifically offensive. And
I
I
have a
will not
question.
say
Is
what
the-
she said. What she said was so
Well, no, wait, Bart, is
unbelievably
the after
offensive.
party available after the fact, or is that just for live now and nobody can listen to it? It's just for now? No, after also. Oh, okay. Then I won't say it. I made a joke specifically to Rob today that I,
don't
thought
even
would make
remember
him
what it
laugh.
was.
I
No,
didn't
it was
give it
just
to you
to me.
guys. I just
Oh, it was
delivered it
even
to Rob.
even David said, "What was that?" And she
And I
said
was
that
like,
was
no,
just to
that
me.
was just to Rob.
It was
Come on,
so
what was
unbelievable.
it?
No
horrifically offensive.
way.
No.
But just know
It
that
was-
this woman
it was
can get
targeted.
that this woman can get canceled at any given moment.
You said,
should I divulge?
you said like 15 things today.
I know. I said
in the
a lot of
writers'
jokes
room
today.
that could have
Well,
gotten you
I was trying to
canceled.
make up for it because I've been sick and I was out of the room for a while, which sucks because the Sunny Writers Room is my absolute favorite place in the entire world to be. And you guys only do the Writers Room for like 8 to 10 weeks.
It's
And I
short.
was sick for like almost a full week of it. And I was out. And so I was hating it. And so I really wanted to come back firing. So I was trying extra hard today. To make you guys laugh, and that was what happened. And I targeted one to specifically.
It
to
is a
Rob.
fun thing. When
It
you're
is fun. It's a strange experience because I don't know for you guys, but my work day. Would you like to talk about my work day today,
I would.
Charlie?
Yeah.
I would.
Well, Rob came to work.
Okay.
He's been in England. And he came in ready to go. And we pitched him some stories. And he kind of liked them. He liked some things. He said yes and no. Then he pitched some stuff. Got a mixed reaction. And it probably ruined his day. But that's just the writer's room. It's hard as hell that way. You gotta make up shit and gotta say, is it okay? And then your friends say, nah, I'm not really into it. And then you just gotta keep trying to pitch. And they say, I don't like that one either. And then you're like, man, I fucking worked so hard on that idea. And then it goes on and 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 on and
Ah, yes.
And that's it.
That's right.
16 years. Wait.
Way
No,
longer than that.
17 years. 17 years. But
Way
longer
longer
than
than
that if you count the home movies.
That's exactly what it is.
That is exactly what it is. But it is a safe space, as you say.
It is,
the
but
writer's room. It's
Yes.
a sacred space. Because it's safe. That makes it sacred. Because not every space feels safe. If I may.
The
Yeah.
sunny room does feel very safe.
Yes?
It's a
Sacred.
great.
You got to be
room.
able to say some crazy shit.
You guys have no perspective because you've never been in any
That's
other
true.
writers' rooms.
That is true.
I
I've
have
never been in another writer's room.
Totally
many
true, but
writers'
somewhat
room,
true.
somewhat true that I've been in many more writers' rooms than you guys
That's
have been.
absolutely
Absolutely
And
have.
I can say that the sunny room is my absolute favorite room I've ever been in.
Now, why
great.
is that? Is that because of...
Because you can pitch things like, I don't know, D sinks in a bog for an entire episode.
Right.
And you
And
guys
you
can
get-
be like, great.
Yeah.
Great. We'll
and
do
you get
that.
the response where
Yeah.
yeah.
But is it
or
just?
you could
It's not. But it's not just because it's a silly room.
It's not just because it's a silly room, but it's a room where
we're open to the
You're open to lots of stuff. The characters don't have to be likable, which is really great. So I don't have to make you guys nice. I can pitch really awful things that you guys do, and you guys are into it. Whereas sometimes in other rooms, it's been like, well, that has to be like a miscommunication or something because nobody can be that awful.
And I do think that we've talked about this before, but it is a safe space in the sense that you're never going to get ridiculed for pitching a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that you can come up with something you think is funny,
Mm-hmm.
but you're like, okay, the guys are either going to love this
Yep.
or they're going to hate it. And then you pitch us that a monkey takes over the bar
Yeah.
and we love it.
And you guys are
and
like,
we love
"Great."
it. But if you don't feel safe doing that and you feel like you're going to get ridiculed,
Yeah.
then you don't even pitch the idea because you're afraid it's going to, everyone's going to turn on you.
It's a really fun room. Yeah, I absolutely love it. It only sucks as it's the shortest room of any room
short.
I've ever been. It's so quick. You guys move so
That
quickly.
part does not suck.
Well, for me,
guys like
for me,
that,
that's
but-
because I'm not a writer,
Yeah.
and I don't want to write. I do it out of necessity. So,
I don't think. Does anybody want to write? Is that a profession that people like to do?
Of course, Megan's a writer. That's
I
what she
enjoy
is.
it.
Hate it.
It's hard work.
I know you guys.
Robbie,
shoot
you were going to
that.
say about your experience, then I feel like you didn't get to say it.
His
Experience in the room
what?
today.
Right. What were you gonna
Yeah,
say,
I
sir?
mean, Charlie hit it right on the head, but that's how well we all know each other, and you could see my entire experience today, in the same way that I can see all of your experiences and know exactly what's going on, and then we run this like weird thing throughout the day where I can see how you're feeling or how you're feeling, and at this point now even how Meg's feeling throughout the day, and then react both with respect to the writer that's sitting in front of me, but then also with respect to the person I know that's sitting in front of me. And like, how do I navigate this pitch or this, where things are going based on all the things I know about this person, which is, I don't know, really interesting. So you said that I came in, I had some like an idea that I know is going to be an episode. Like I know it is. And I have a very strong feeling about it. And it got a tepid response from
Yeah.
the room, right?
Oh,
It
no.
got a very similar response, I will say, to
you think
when
so?
you pitched the dance episode, and everybody was like, "Okay," like the Max dance, and everybody was like, "Okay, fine, I guess that could work," but there wasn't
Yeah.
like a lot of like yes-anding of it.
Yes.
Wasn't
However,
a no.
I will say that that's an important part of the process.
Yeah.
Which is if I were to come in and say, if any one of us were to come in and say, I know exactly what an episode's going to be. It's going to be this. Then yeah, you can. I could force something through. So could Charlie. So could Glenn. So could you, by the way. And then that would be an episode. But that's not what the show is. So I come in and I say, I know what it is. It's going to be this. And then Charlie's like, and I'm like, well.
the hardest part is when I find is if one of you guys is excited about something, the hardest part is actually not being excited about it. Then you're like,
Yeah.
Then you're like, fuck, man.
How do I
I don't want to disappoint anyone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to like shit on anyone's idea. At the same time, you're like,
You got to be honest.
you got to be honest with yourself. You're like, something's doesn't feel right.
Something's not registering.
Yeah. So then,
Yeah.
But then oftentimes I've found over the years, what you can do is like, don't react so quickly, right? Like just kind of take
Yeah,
it
give it some thought.
taking
So
the
your
day, and then a
partner's
few days
passionate
later,
about
then
it?
the idea blossoms, and then it finds that other version of what it is, which fits the thing that appeals to everyone.
I'll go you one further. I think what you and I very specifically respond to is actually a little bit of adversity. I think I saw it happen today. You liked a little bit of we were talking about an episode about bowling, and Glenn was like, I don't necessarily see all of this. And I saw you go, no, this is the episode. I know what it is. And if I sat down, I could figure this out. And when I hear that, I'm like, oh shit, okay, this is good.
That's interesting.
That's
That's what you
interesting
saw,
because he's a little bit defensive, but also it's because he sees it.
Yeah.
But he also needs a little pushback. But great, I know that that's going to be an episode because he sees it, but also because he feels a little bit defensive about the fact that we pushed him a little bit in the right and possibly wrong direction from his point of view. I feel the same way about like what I was talking about.
Yeah, you catch fire on a thing. I can remember the specific episodes where it's happened to me in the course of the show.
Yeah.
And you're like, I know how to do this, right?
We
And
talked
you
about
see it in
being-
your head.
Yeah.
We talked about you being on fire for Who Pooped the Bed, that you just like saw the end of that and were like writing it all out in the board.
Yeah.
And that
Gang
just-
Broke D was one where it was like, I know I don't
Definitely.
have everyone on board for this. And
Oh,
Charlie
I
Rook
was
that one a
100%
little
on,
bit.
I was 100% on board for that
Yeah.
episode.
But like,
100%.
That's the other thing too, is like, it's just a process of getting everyone on the same page. But even the dance one, all the way up to until very late drafts, I would argue wasn't working. You know, and then you and I had to sit in a room and be like, what else does this episode need? But so that's the thing about like being patient about it, right? So like sometimes I can be like, this feels wrong for the show or for the fans in my mind. And then I'm like, but if I wait on it, it might pop up.
Post the writer's room, you guys added all that stuff with Danny and his face swelling up. And I remember watching that episode because I don't see all the shot. And so I specifically don't go on set too much so that there's some Sunny episodes that air and I just get to see like a Sunny fan. And that one was one where I didn't see we didn't break that in the room of his face being fucked up and like that swelling part. And that was such a funny part of that episode.
It's the most crucial part of the episode.
So funny, that part of it, that it was like it took it to this whole nother level where
Yeah. Do you remember? I remember the moment where we found that. So that was not what you were. Glenn was not a big
No, I
part
wasn't
of the
part of
writing
that.
that season.
I wasn't a part of that at all.
And the whole
that
season, I was
episode
like,
I had nothing to do with.
yeah,
Literally
and I was
nothing.
like, I want to do this. I know it can be special. I know the episode can be really cool. I know we can make this work. And Charlie was resistant, not necessarily resistant, but he's like, I don't necessarily understand it. I don't get what we're trying to do. And then we got a draft, and I was like, this is pretty close. And I came to you, and I was like, dude, can you help me make this work? And we sat in a trailer, and I think in like 3 hours, we sat in the trailer, and we rewrote that entire episode.
Yeah, I remember I wasn't bumping on you like doing a dance. I was bumping it on it only being one thing.
Yeah.
Right, where I was like, it just feels like it's just a chance for the character to do this dance. And I was like, then we kind of just hammered around until we found another thing with Frank like plugging up his flow. But yeah, that's the process, man. That's what it takes.
That's what's so fun.
Mara has informed me that we have some questions from the chat. If
Right.
you guys want to take some questions and interact in
Yeah.
any
Let's
way
go.
with some
Let's do it.
people.
Let's do
This
it.
after party.
This is just Charlie looks like Marv from Home Alone.
Looks like
Okay, fair.
Sure. Marv with that big hair.
Home Alone.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know who the fuck that is.
He's the guy with Pesci that breaks into the house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you all ever pitch the ending of the series, the
Yeah.
character's final plot?
We all
Yes.
know what it. We all know
we
what it
pitched
is.
some stuff.
We've
for
all
sure.
pitched the end of the
I
show.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been
Nobody
a very
knows.
tight inner circle conversation.
Ooh.
Okay. Tyler Silvestri has always wondered whose decision it is to skip the theme song and play something else. An example, Gang Hits the Slopes,
Oh.
Driscoll.
It depends on the
You know
episode.
what?
Sometimes you gotta
Yeah.
lean.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have a super super specific episode, and you just have to lean all the way into it, and you have to change the soundtrack to that episode.
Yeah, every
in
now
order
and
to
then
make
we
it
feel
work.
like changing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No method to that. Man.
No.
Meg, if you could go back and rewrite an episode in the earlier seasons, which one would you rewrite?
Never.
Yeah.
Never. Truly never. Like I absolutely loved every single episode I watched, and even the ones that aren't 100% perfect are great. And I wouldn't rewrite anything. Not at all.
Okay.
And I honestly like the way they rewrite my scripts. If I'm completely honest, I've had some scripts I've turned in and they've gotten completely rewritten, and especially the Gang Escapes, which I wrote a draft of and the guys rewrote, and it's so much funnier than like what I submitted. So that's one of the best rewrites ever.
We do that to each other's episodes.
No,
my God,
and
yeah.
I appreciate it, but like, and I've
There's never-
definitely submitted stuff which has gone in more unedited, but the rewrites, I learned so much from reading the scripts that you guys rewrite. I like study them and then go back to my first draft and try to like learn how to. So I'm always trying to deliver that perfect draft, but it's amazing.
Well, which is impossible.
It's
Because
impossible,
a moving
yeah.
target that doesn't.
But it's great, and then finding stuff on set like the Time's Up episode, so much fun was found on set with that, and it was great to watch, to be a part of that, to watch. So, yeah.
Are there any ideas that you guys didn't love, but they ended up killing?
They ended up killing. Oh.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we're
I
great.
feel like that happens often. Well,
I didn't love. We won't do it if we don't
yeah.
like it. But things we didn't expect to be as popular as they were, like
Definitely.
Dayman.
things-
Like the first time we sang the Dayman song, we were like, "Oh, this episode's okay." We had no idea.
yeah, we didn't think it was going to do what it did.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No.
I was like, this is mildly amusing. Seriously.
Yeah, for sure.
We're like, this is weird
Yeah.
and kind of funny.
Yeah.
What led to last season's idea to do an arc in Ireland? And what were the most fun and challenging parts of not going abroad?
We wanted to go to Ireland.
We wanted to go. What led to it was us being in season 15 of the show and being like, we got to do something different.
Something to write to.
We got to write to something. Yeah.
But that was very much a thing where Charlie, I feel like people were kind of like into it, and then you were always like, well, maybe it's one episode. Maybe
Yes.
maybe it's one episode.
Well, that is a part of the people are interested in the process. That is very like indicative of the process, which is Charlie's you are very conservative. You don't like change. You don't like weird things. So like if someone were to say, let's go to Ireland for a season, which is what I was pitching, you were like, no, that's too weird. Let's
Well, no, it's not. It's
and you're already saying no.
well, no, you're saying how I write, and I don't think that it's that I don't like change.
I can see you even getting upset right now.
I am getting upset
Yeah.
because
The truth is you reject and back me, do or don't. You are afraid of change.
no.
Straight up. 100%. And we're watching it happen live.
Well, can I say my point of view? I don't like writing stories that come from an outside motivation.
yeah.
So I get
fair.
turned off by things like just Ireland being the best. So the pitch was we just are in Ireland, and every episode for all 8 starts with guys, I got news, and we do the same dynamic, but we just have a new bar in Ireland. And I was like, I don't mind going to Ireland, but I don't like what to me felt like a gimmick. So I'm resistant to things that feel, and it was what I was bumping on today, which is like, it could be brilliant, and probably it will be brilliant, because you always you're an idea man and you come in with ideas. This is why we work very well together. you come in with big swinging ideas, and I like things that come from character or the story within the character. But the truth is, what makes something great is the combination of both things. It's innovation plus character. If it was just character, it would only be episodes that took place in the bar. We've never done the ski episode. We've not done big things. So it's not change. It's change that feels inorganic to what I like about the show. So, it's not so much that it's different. It's that I don't feel like, sometimes I feel like the pitches are just in the interest of being different. And I'm like, okay, if we're going to do it though, like what is real to these characters? Because I still want to be like, these are real characters in this city, in this world, so that that's what appeals to me within the storytelling. So I always want to marry it to that. And when it feels like it's not that, that's when I bump
I
on
think
it.
that's why Sunny ends up being so good so often, is that you all are not only, because you're all acting in the show, you're all representing what you want to do when you're in there. Like, you all have such a foot in the game that you're like, I don't want to be on set and not understand what is funny about this.
There's a massive difference between our show and a lot of other shows.
Totally.
And it's not because it's purely by virtue of the fact that we're the ones who have to actually act it.
I want to
We're
know
the ones
what's
that
funny
actually have
about
to
this.
perform it.
Yeah.
Well, we all want to make the greatest show we can make. And we all have different
And we also
approaches to
we
how we do that.
disagree so often.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things I hear that I love the most is that it seems like we're having so much fun, and we are, because we love each other and we have a blast. But the truth is, like, we disagree all day long.
Yeah.
And even right now, I want to fight with you. I truly do, because I think you're dead wrong. I think you truly resist change. And we talk about this quite a bit. Like, and I can actually point to so many times over 20 years where you have resisted that change. And yet like when we sit down and have like a creative discussion about any given episode, we have so much history that like leads up to that moment. And I don't know, like I want to fight about it right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine, but
But
like
that's what's so
I do
fun.
resist change. But like what I'm saying to you, I hope you're hearing it, is that I resist change that feels like if you said I got this great idea for this character who moved in down the street.
No.
It's a whole new character.
Let's go back to the show being 4-3 versus 16:9.
I think it looks better before.
Okay, so what you wanted to do, just so the audience knows, someone came to us and said, "Hey,
I remember
the
this.
world is changing.
I remember this.
Your television show is in 4-3.
I remember we
aspect
went
ratio,
into
which
a
is-
room. We went into a room.
and Charlie was saying, "No, the show must be this aspect ratio." And we
Yeah.
were going,
I think it would be rad if the show was still in 4:3.
I think
But
and standard definition.
I'm yeah.
Also, which is what you
Yes,
fought for.
yeah.
You were saying the show
I
should
like
look
the grittier look to the
so a 4-3 aspect ratio with a standard definition.
4:3. Obviously, yes, the technology all changed. Everyone's TV's changed, so you have to change.
Well, of course, but you resisted that for a very long time.
That's true.
People support you, Charlie, in the chat.
Yeah, they like 4-3.
Yeah, well-
guys, let's go back. Season
No,
16.
I get
4-3,
it.
not
I get it.
HG.
I tend to always sit on the kind of the outside of these conversations often, and like sort of play the middleman. But I mean, because I understand that point of view, and I understand also like the instinct to not want to change things at times because you don't want to. I don't know. You want to make sure. You want to make sure that a big idea is not. You want to make sure that something's
but
not
that
gimmicky.
assumes that I don't care about character, meaning that like, well,
Yes.
I'm an idea man who
That's
doesn't
true.
care. Like for example, today you said, well, I want to make sure that it's like that you like you're entertaining the audience, and I was like, what do you mean by that? Like I want to. Yeah, I had.
You don't
I had an
appreciate
idea.
the assumption. You don't appreciate
Exactly.
the assumption that what you're pitching.
I know,
like-
but I think that's a taste thing, right? So oftentimes you're pitching something, and my particular taste says that feels so outside the realm of what we've established that the show is, or the style of storytelling we're doing, that I feel like it's beyond my taste for what I like about the show, what I think is great about the show. And it is my duty to you as your partner
Totally.
in writing to not just sit by and be like, yeah, go ahead and do that idea. I think it's going to be great. And my duty to the audience. So like, if something's pitched to me and I can't see what it really has to do with the characters and the story of the world, I bump on it.
Yes.
But what ends up happening is that you guys figure out a way to merge
Yes.
all of the things that you want so that Rob gets his stuff, which is very exciting and like eye-grabbing in the sense of like Mac gets fat or Mac does this amazing dance and like things that are very
Well,
outside
that's
of
another
the
good
show,
example.
like,
You pitched that we all
what you guys
get fat.
hated.
You
Yeah.
pitched that every single character gets fat. And that was a little bit like a life thing too. Just being like, oh man, I'm not going to come back if I do that. I'm going to stay that fat for the rest of my life. But also I wasn't opposed to you doing it. You're like, what if just I do it? So I was like, that makes more sense to me. That one character does it.
but
It feels
wait,
like
weren't
smart.
there-
totally opposed to it, but there was a part of you that was like, and understandably, you wanted to make sure that if we were going to do that, that it wasn't just a gimmick.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
it was.
But
that
I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
that it
still
was
having the
gimmick.
same.
Lasted the time
But I feel like I'm
success.
still having the same fight sometimes, which is like, well, yeah, dude, I'm not going to do it as a gimmick.
Yeah,
I feel like we can.
Sometimes you're coming at something. You've got like a big idea that you want to execute, and you would like for the assumption to be that we'll find the reasons behind
Yeah.
it all.
I'd like the benefit of the doubt that
Yeah.
I'm not doing something as a gimmick, but I feel like we
Yeah.
can find. Okay.
Yeah.
But the reason it works is this very thing.
Yeah.
Which is that we will fight and fight and fight.
Yeah.
But not really. Like.
No,
not
it's a
actually
creative
fighting.
fight. It's not a
creative
personal fight.
But it's still happening to this day. It's happening in this moment right now.
Yeah.
That I
guys
still
don't really
want the
fight.
fucking benefit of the doubt that if I come in with a big idea like I did today, that the assumption isn't that I'm just trying to do something just to do it. I'm doing it like, but if I don't get that check on a regular basis, and if you don't get the check in the same way, we're not holding, the show isn't being held to the standard that we've been holding it to for 17 years, and it will suck.
We don't have these fights on set. It's all in the It's all in the writer's process.
Yeah.
And we have it every season. We have some sort of thing that feels like a little
Yeah.
tense.
We have to,
every season.
we hold each other to a certain standard, and it's each and every one of our own standards. And so and because we all have different tastes, it changes from episode to episode. Like it changes, like every time. I mean, that's a huge part of the process.
Honestly, yeah, it is. I mean, look, I wish I could turn it off. Like, I wish I could turn that off. It would be easier for me to just be like, nah, just do whatever, man. Like,
Yep.
anything that gets pitched, anything that someone wants to do, any character thing, any show thing, any different style of doing the show,
It would make it easier,
it would make it a lot easier.
but
What I like
can't
is that you
like
guys
them.
settle every argument with thumb wrestling, where you just like you just like get together and you just like thumb wrestle, and whoever is the victor of the thumb wrestle wins. No, it's an incredibly not hostile work environment. As far as I've experienced, if you guys are having fights, I don't. No, they're creative fights. They're not emotional fights. They're not ego fights. They're like, we want this to be the best that it was. It feels like you guys are all pulling in the same direction, which is great to be a part of and to see you guys work.
And we know I think we know we do admit when we're wrong, right? Like the
Absolutely.
show should not be in 4:3 in standard definition. You know what I mean? Like there comes a point in time where you're like, yes, it should be this thing or that thing, or it probably shouldn't have been all 8 episodes in Ireland only. Like
Yeah,
doing it was
absolutely.
better to make it about something personal
Yeah.
with the characters and here's a story, like from a writing standpoint. But I don't know. It's like it's the process. That's what we go through.
well,
Well,
does this feel after party E?
Yeah.
I think
Or
maybe
is
we
this
should
'cause-
take some song suggestions from the chat and say happy birthday to the podcast and
Yeah.
happy holidays and,
And then
goodbye to everyone.
wrap it up. Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, absolutely.
This was a good look into
Just play a little.
That
The
was great.
afterlife.
They
4-3
loved it.
forever.
They
A lot
said
of
it
people
was
like
very
4-3.
real
Should we
and
go back to
dark.
4-3?
Well, a lot of it for me had to do with Danny's height, where I'm like, we're gonna cut off so much of him, you know, and like you see more of him.
Maybe we
No,
should
but
do
I
an
feel like
episode just in 4-3.
in like even like anamorphic, you'd actually see like you see him and a lot of everything. You
Maybe
know
we
what I
should
mean?
do an episode that's in 4-3, but if you watch it in 16:9, it's a totally different episode where there's stuff happening. on the
that you don't even
sides
see. Yeah.
That you don't get to see
Nobody
unless you
can
watch
set their
it
TV
in
to
that.
4:3.
Yeah. Yeah.
We switched to 16:9 in season 5. Is that right?
6. No, see,
5, we switched to
16:9.
16:9.
5. We switched to HD in 5. I mean,
No,
HD
we
in
switched to
6.
16:9 in 5, and then 16:9 HD in 6.
That's probably right.
I think.
And when are you guys gonna move into smell-o-vision?
Smell-o-vision. Okay, so we've talked about smell-o-vision.
I would bump on smell-o-vision. I
And-
would
You don't like
bump
smell-o-vision?
on a smell episode.
And see, this is where Charlie and I disagree. I think we should smell everything. I think we should, because you can smell fear. You can smell
The
Yeah.
smell of
emotions.
penetration.
You can smell penetration. You can smell these things, and it lends itself to the visceral experience.
A present for Glenn. An extra. We have some. What about?
Speaking of smells, or-
Charlie's.
Speaking of
I don't
smells,
think we should do smell.
How late are we going?
If I were,
I don't actually think we should do smell.
if I were a fan of this podcast,
This is for all you guys.
exactly what it would be.
Well, this is what you want to see. A real creative argument.
This is what it is. Like,
But for an
That's
after
the
party,
process.
maybe.
Why
We've
not?
got
No, I bet that was
presents
written.
here.
I'm into it.
Me too.
Oh, guys, look at this. We've got.
It's a dog who poops.
It's a
Well, that's
dog
for me.
pooping.
No,
That's for Glenn. That Glenn can
What is this?
have
funny,
these
too,
framed
'cause, like, I
photos of
couldn't-
the dogs pooping.
Wait, wait.
Hide it.
If he needs to for his
Trying
to
I
make.
was like,
What the fuck is this?
Shut it down.
Ammonia
you have
inhalant?
Smell salts.
Oh, smelling
clear.
salts.
Why?
Shut down.
Because we were talking about how
it's
he had
like a
smelling
physical,
salts in the writer's room.
biological.
Why for
Okay,
me?
The last presents are
Oh,
on
is
the
it for us?
piano. Yeah.
Oh
this
yeah,
is
you
for
Oh, I was
remember
like,
the
why is
not
why
last
for me
presents up there?
specifically?
The up on
Wait.
the piano
There's
there.
a couple
You
more.
guys,
Yes.
Roselle's gonna love this.
Smelling
It's
salts.
the
We
smelling
got some
salts.
Smelling salts for you.
That wasn't that a Roselle
I wouldn't
thing?
mind doing
We
that
should
right
put these
now.
in we'll put these in the sunny writers room bathrooms. The dogs pooping. We've got
do
lots
love
of dogs
that.
pooping.
I do love that.
Megan,
This is from
How is
Meg.
this?
Glenn,
Oh,
I
thank
think you
you.
opened Rob's.
Oh,
What with this?
Oh, here's another one just for. But you should
Maybe.
give this from you to them.
Okay.
well, maybe I should open it. Oh, thanks.
To Glenn from number 10.
That's the number 10 present.
What does that mean?
Wait, Rob, there's another one for you. Where's?
For me?
Oh, this is very sweet. This
MeUndies?
this is
Is
an
this
impor-
MeUndies?
Love Actually.
Oh, we've got Love
Glenn,
Actually to watch.
Fucking theremin
No,
and
these
MeUndies.
are these are linens for Charlie
Oh, linens!
to
Wait,
wear.
who got
If any-
linens?
no, but if anybody wants to wear the linens, we got a
that's a
linen
great linen for
shirt.
you.
A linen shirt for
That's
Charlie
a
because
very
he's jealous
big
of Rob's
linen.
linens. I've got an embroidery here that says, "Is this what you think a podcast is?" Which is my traumatic event that's now been made into like a little joke.
Somebody say
Is
that?
this what you think a podcast is?
Meg,
Remember the story
did
I
you
told
see
about? Is
MeUndies?
this what you think TV show is?
Meg, look at
MeUndies.
MeUndies.
Oh, those are good. Very good.
I thought you might appreciate
MeUndies.
these.
Those are great.
Dogs.
Frenchies.
Yeah,
Very
doggies.
good Frenchies. And
Oh,
and
you
Love
guys-
Actually, which I wanted to show you guys. Do you want some more,
Yes,
Pappies?
One last one for Rob.
Roberto.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
One last one. My mom.
One last one? This is the
My
last
mom
press on?
has left the chat. She sent me sent me a message being like,
3 hours.
"Thank you for the shout out." I think.
Put a shirt on,
Giving
Meg.
them a lot. We'll go off with one song.
Yeah. Okay, right.
Do it.
This is a bumper sticker that says,
I stopped for detritus.
"I stopped for
good.
detritus."
You gonna pop that on the Tesla?
Pop that on the old Tesla.
It's a
And
bit
Love Actually
loud.
DVD. Here's a question for
color,
the chat. Do you guys want me to show the guys Love Actually and hear their reactions to it? Because I wanted to do a podcast that was exactly that. We didn't do it yet, but I kind of still want to do it.
But if
do
it's
you
not-
want to watch them watch Love Actually?
If we're
yes
not
or no?
enjoying it,
Not till
we
next
should
year.
switch to Commando.
Well, we can also watch Commando, which I've never seen. So
Wait, what?
I've never seen
Wait,
Commando.
Wait.
I've
Commando, actually.
Commando,
Commando
actually, that's
Actually.
what I want to.
That's what we
I
should be
wanted
doing.
to
It's
do,
Commando
which is,
Actually.
Guns,
to show you guys as
actually.
much Love
Guns,
Actually as you can stand, and then at some point we would switch over into Commando, and then you guys could make me watch that, which I would totally love to watch. Actually, I feel like
Alyssa
there's
Milano?
a huge. Yeah.
We could have her on the pod.
Yeah. Sure.
we could get
Let's
there.
have Alyssa Milano on and ask her about
Commando.
Commando.
Commando. Yeah.
Maybe they like that. Oh, I'm seeing lots of yes. Double feature. People like it. People like
Let's do it. I've
So-
never seen Love Actually, and I would like to know what Love Actually is.
Guys, there's so many people in this. I don't know what happens in Commando, but in
My
this,
spouse is
there's a
very
lot
unthrilled.
of. There's Hugh Grant, Liam Neeson, Colin Firth, Emma Thompson. I mean, come on.
Liam Neeson. Fuck. Does he fuck people up in this movie? Does Liam Neeson fuck people
He
up in
doesn't.
this?
He mostly recovers from his dead
Does he
wife,
love them?
who
We've had fun.
raising a kid.
Oh,
but
don't
not
go
so much.
There, Meg. Don't go there.
I have to go.
Okay,
One
We're
great.
supposed to go
song.
till 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah. we're
Yeah,
done.
let's. We're wrapping up this now.
All right,
so
we're wrapping up this now.
thank you for everybody for joining us for this after party. And Rob's committed his blood to it, so
Well, yeah. Well, the guitar.
Blood has been spilt.
I
It's a
believe
hoax.
the guitar is now ours.
it's ours, I think.
What are you guys
probably
fucking
now.
bitching about getting out? It's 8:45. You fucking bitches.
We were told 8 o'clock.
we
I have
play
people,
one
you know.
song?
My-
You have people
Mike
waiting.
Jack.
Yes, let's play a
One
song.
song
Wife's
to
not home.
say
One
goodbye.
song.
and then-
Song or no
Song to
song?
say
Song.
Song?
Song.
Well, I've
So
tuned
they've
this in
said-
a way that you're not going to be able to play, Glenn, so let me tune it back. Hold
Oh
on.
yeah, no, whatever you want.
Okay.
Unless you want to just play it, and I'll just sit here with my dick in my
Live
hand.
stream.
Can't cut it.
yeah, I
Do a
can't.
bit.
What do you
Cut it.
do a bit?
Entertain the people.
Oh, everyone's saying thank you, guys. Thanks for
Oh,
an amazing year.
Thank you,
Seriously.
guys.
Happy
And thank you for
holidays.
charities, for supporting charities. We appreciate it. I love you guys. Love you, creeps. Thank you guys so much. And
All
be sure to
right.
tune in next Monday for the Danny DeVito podcast, which we're all very excited for you guys to see. And we love you. Thanks, guys.
Nanovich. Good night.
Bye.
Beach.